Hello, now this is a quick video explaining the various different ways you can get a graphics tablet to run in WinUAE. Although it's nice using the old serial tablets, you can see this other video I did on classic Amigas, there's going to be times when you want to use emulation. Now there's reasons for that are many. First of all, a lot of later Amiga software requires a level of power that is pretty rare in the Amiga world, and some of the software, Artifact, Photogenics and TVPaint, all really need RTG and ideally a very fast Amiga. Now that is quite easily achievable in WinUAE. Okay, so this is a very limited scope video. I'm not going to tell you how to get WinUAE set up. That's going to take a long time. I'm not going to really talk about FS-UAE either, although I have found that WinUAE runs well in parallels on an M1 Mac, so I feel like a lot of this might work. From my earlier experiments, FS-UAE does not have good enough serial port emulation to be able to get the Wacom tablet's drivers working. But if you do get that to work, I'd be very interested to see. Okay, so the first and kind of kludgy way to do it, but the way that will work for everyone, regardless of the modern tablet they have, you can just simply load WinUAE and the whatever tablet you have installed in Windows. If you run your emulator in full screen particularly, it'll be okay. It won't have pressure sensitivity and it won't have screen space one-to-one mapping like a graphics tablet is supposed to work. Any USB tablet you have running on Windows or the Mac will just run this way. It's not the best way of doing things. Here, for example, I'm using PPaint just with the standard USB Wacom tablet I have. It's a bit rubbish because obviously it's mapped like a mouse, so you move bit by bit, but it's better than nothing. Now the reason you can't just use pressure from your Windows machine or your Mac and have it pass that through to the Amiga is there is no interface for that to happen. To have full tablet support on the Amiga, you need to emulate the way that it used tablet support in the first place, which is via its serial port. Now you'll need, I suspect, a Wacom tablet. I was not able to get it to work with my ApeTech tablet. Your PC probably does not have a serial port, so you buy one of these cheap little dongles. They seem pretty generic. I suspect they all work. You plug your Wacom into that, and now looking in WinUAE at the settings you need to use once you've got your tablet plugged in. Now you'll want quite a powerful machine, so I turn on JIT. I'm emulating a 68060. All a bit irrelevant. RTG board, I've got UAE Zorro 3 set up. Now, yeah, it can be quite complicated setting all this stuff up. That's a video for someone else. I hope you've got it set up already. Anyway, the important part is, if you look here in the WinUAE hosts, IO ports, serial port, and in my case, prolific USB to serial COM port, COM3. Now, you want RTS, CTS enabled. You don't want direct. You don't know what shared does. That's how it should be. Once you've got that set up, you press OK. Your tablet won't do anything yet because your Amiga's not running the drivers. You load your tablet drivers of choice, and there you have it. Here we are running Artifact. Let's go for 800 times 600 because we're running a 1080p display. That's pretty cool. Now we can choose the paintbrush, and that is quite clearly working. We've got gentle brush strokes and solid brush strokes. Same applies to the pencil tool. That's not really a pencil-y brush, but it's all working perfectly. It has quite comprehensive brush controls. I think it's probably the closest thing we have to Painter. It has its layers. It's all round a very nice application, although it's nowhere near as pleasant if you don't have RTG. So here we are, crayons. If you're just doing sketching, this is really not that different to running the applications on the modern platforms. Now, all of the things I mentioned about different drivers for the old software, particularly Deluxe Paint requiring AcuPoint drivers, those AcuPoint drivers will run absolutely fine in WinUAE with your serial adapter and your serial Wacom tablet. I hope this has been helpful. Any questions? Feel free to ask. I've linked to the drivers on my website, and see you next time.